I'd like to welcome you to WCPT AM's Out Chicago. Think of us as Sunday brunch with your gay best friends. Now please welcome your host, Scott Duff.
And a happy Sunday fun day to everybody out there. Scott Duff here, and joining us today is Ken Mejia-Beal.
It is a pleasure to be here.
Always a pleasure and a privilege to be in your company.
Oh, stop.
And bask in your beauty.
Oh, stop.
You high fashion runway model.
Couture.
You couture model, a couture model. We'll get into that.
Yes, we can.
Ellen has the day off. It was Muskie Fest yesterday, her big event. So we've got Ken today, and oh girl, what a year this week has been. Dear Lord,
it's been the longest year of my life.
it is so
It's the
like
longest
what?
year.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
What's happening going on here? But we've got a fabulous show lined
we
up
do.
to inspire you to action and to give you some necessary escape.
Yes.
Today, in an era marked by political division and civic urgency, ceramic artists and community organizers Leslie Bevan and Susan McBride are proving that even an imperfect mug can have meaningful impact. Through their grassroots movement, Pots to the People, Seconds for the First Amendment, experienced potters have donated their seconds, which are pieces that might be too irregular for a gallery, but they're not too good to throw away. They are selling those to raise funds for the ACLU, and
Awesome.
we're gonna chat with Leslie Bevan later this hour.
I cannot wait.
Me too. Look, I've known Leslie for 8,000 years.
Aw.
Yes.
Well, that's a
adore
long
her.
time. I do donate to the ACLU. So
Oh, yes. So,
maybe 8,000.
Yes.
That's my 8,000.
well, there we are. And Queer Sacred Space Salon, the monthly variety show created and curated by Rob Lindley, aims to reclaim the sacred spaces in and around all of us. They are celebrating its 1-year anniversary tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
Beautiful.
at the Lincoln Park Presbyterian Church. We're going to chat with the show's curator and creator, Rob Lindley, and special guests, Anthony Hudson and Claire Kaplan of the Judas and Mary Show.
Oh.
Yeah, a little irreverent there. Look, and when I found out that we booked this guest, I immediately texted you, Ken.
You did.
Because we're going to have the Countess Luann de Lesseps. Oh, she's going to be on the show.
I'm containing myself.
I know, and I
it's-
think actually she's calling in right now, which is
it's hard.
early. Anyway, yeah. So if you aren't familiar with who the Countess Luann de Lesseps are, who are you anyway? But she's one of the breakout stars of the Real Housewives of New York.
She is the star.
She is a cabaret.
Yes.
I think Bethany might have.
Bethany can go somewhere.
Oh, girl. Oh, all right.
Yeah. It's Countess Luann.
All right. There we are.
Yeah.
Giovanni.
That's right.
There we are, Giovanni. She's also a fabulous cabaret star, and she's bringing her show to town this Saturday, the 13th, to the Vic.
Yeah.
And we're going to chat with her in the second hour. And, of course, we would love to hear from you. So give us a call on the Credo mobile phone and text line. It's open at 773-763-9278. And WCPT listeners now get 25% off 2 years at Credo Mobile with the code WCPT25. Credo Mobile, a progressive phone company that is better for all people and the planet. Visit credomobile.com. And of course, you can tune into us on 8:20 a.m. on TuneIn, heartlandsignal.com, or watch the live stream video on the WCPT Facebook page or the Heartland Signal YouTube page. Ken,
Yes.
how you doing?
I am fantastic. I'm having, it's weird. I'm having a great weekend, despite of. That's kind of my go-to now. Despite of, I'm having a great weekend.
Well,
in spite of.
In spite of, yes, of all
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Words
but you were
hard.
a part of the Trashin' show
the Trashin'
yesterday.
Revolution, which is couture. It is plastic. It's really the Trevani Foundation puts this show together to showcase all the waste that we're putting into our environment, and it's not fashion, it's art. And I got to work with a wonderful artist named Jordan Chavez, and we did an amazing. I was the model. He did an amazing design, and there were wonderful designs, and it was awesome. And I will say, on a personal note, to be, approaching the 40s.
Oh, yes.
And to be invited to be a model.
Girl.
What?
You look great. Always.
Oh.
Always. Always dreamy.
It's a beautiful ending of the 30s, if you will.
All right.
To be like, And I walked a catwalk.
You did walk the
I
catwalk,
did.
and you managed to do it without having Ramona eyes, just to keep the Real Housewives of New York going.
Yes, so that was my goal. I rewatched Ramona over and over again, and I said, please don't do this. Don't be Ramona.
Right. Well, and you succeeded. You looked great.
Thank you.
So what was I'm sorry, I was kind of like texting people. So
multitasking.
the Trash and Joe is benefiting.
Yes, the Trevani Foundation Institute. It is an organization that really works hard to educate everyday folks on what we can do to better save our planet. For example, something I've learned from the CEO, Jordan Parker, is plastic is actually not recyclable.
Yeah.
I did not realize that. And even if you recycle it, it can only go to be like a bench or something like that. And most people don't know that. See, these are things that, now that I know it, I can do better.
Yeah, plastics are hard.
Yeah, I did.
They're hard to really.
Yes.
Yeah, I've given up. I don't recycle plastics because they don't.
You can't.
But wait. But aren't there's some materials that can be recycled into like fabric stuff?
It can, but then there's dangers. We have, there's a lot of folks that have microplastics in our blood now because of all the. So it's really about what the Trevani Institute has really taught me. It's not about the recycling. It's about the reduce and reuse part. So if I don't need it, I don't buy it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And that really cuts down on 90% of our problems. Mm-hmm. How often do we buy things that we really don't need?
Oh, yeah.
And when we think about that long enough, it
Oh, especially in today's world, where you can just go online and it's there
outrageous.
in hours,
So, I say we like I work there, but the focus is more on reducing and reusing because we tend to just jump to recycle. We have to reduce and reuse.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We most certainly do.
We have to.
That's why I usually save all my glass jars. I'm trying to get rid of all my little plastic little deli containers and all that stuff. I put things like leftovers and sauces and things that I make.
You should.
I put them in glass jars and use them and reuse those all the time.
Yes.
Yes. So
that's the way it should be.
I know. Well, all right. Well, thank you for raising awareness through high trashing.
Yes.
Who else was there? I know Patty Vasquez was there.
Patty Vasquez was there. She was also one of my personal sponsors, so it was so good to see her there. There were a lot of wonderful models, like real models. They do this.
But then there were community leaders that were in there.
Leaders like Erica Bland, who is huge in our labor movement, and Africa Porter, who has an amazing podcast, and Torrance Gardner, who's done a lot of work with Representative Kelly Cassidy and Alderwoman Maria Hayden. So we were the special people.
Well, and Precious Brady Davis.
Precious Brady Davis is not a model. She's the moment. She is the vibe. She is the MC.
She's also the commissioner.
She is the commissioner, so vote for her. But no, Commissioner Brady Davis is everywhere, and she is a whole moment. I don't know.
She is. I don't know how she does it.
She walks into a room and she draws everyone in. Mm-hmm. I am always. We went out to lunch a few months ago, and they sat us right next to a fountain, and it's just like I don't even need to be here. Like you, the fountain, everyone's paying attention to you. I can leave and no one would notice. I could die right now and everyone would just keep going on. I adore her. Vote for Commissioner Precious Brady Davis.
Well, there we go. Yes. I'm telling you, she's got quite a story.
Yes. I adore her so much. Mm-hmm. Adore her. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad that you were out there making a moment.
Well, what were you doing this week?
Girl, this week I went to, on Tuesday, our good friend of the show, Tanya Richard.
Yes.
Her book finally came out.
Yay.
There was a book launch party for her at American Blues Theater.
Beautiful.
And I went to go celebrate her new memoir, Black Girl from a White Suburb.
Love it.
Finding My Light, Using My Voice. It's finally available where you buy all your books. It was a fabulous night. There were some fun, fancy people people there from like the theater community. That was great. Like Jay Nicole Brooks was there, and Megan Big Red Murphy was there, and Mitchell Faye. Like it was also felt like kind of like a old home week.
Yeah,
you know, it was a lot of people just kind of coming to celebrate her. And also I want to we made the back cover.
Yeah.
Out Chicago did. We're listed on there on the cover. It's very exciting.
As you should be.
Well, you know.
And I love when she's on the show, by the way.
I just adore her. She's an incredible human. And
great.
the book is fantastic. Because she is an actor, and that is how she walks through life. She has divided each chapter by a play or production that she was either in or inspired by or pulled from. So it's great. She read an excerpt from it when she's a black girl from a white suburb, and she went to high school at an all-white high school. I mean, there were 2 black people there. Yeah, and their musical was The Wiz.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. If you are not familiar with what The Wiz is, The Wiz is a retelling of the Wizard of Oz story from an all-black perspective.
Why? I can't wait to read the book.
Yes. So it talks about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just wonderful, and I'm so proud of her. Again, the book is called Black Girl from a White Suburb. Go and buy it wherever you buy books. Please.
Yes, please.
And then Friday, I went to go see Dua Lipa. Girl.
Don't stop now.
Girl. But do you know who showed up?
Shaka Khan.
Yes. Yes. Shaka Khan. I was with like a bunch of my best lesbians and some crazy girls. And when she said like this is a part of the show where we do a song, we change it every
I love your
every time we change it, and I'm thrilled to announce the one and only Chicago's very own Shaka Khan. And I was like, what? Like everybody, because I was screaming so loud, and they all just turned around and looked at me like, "Are you? Oh my god!" It was like
it's Shaka Khan.
It was Shaka Khan.
Yes,
up there singing.
Yes, with her hair, with her big hair. I love it. I love it.
The whole night was great, and she really the show was just spectacular. Like she really put on a show. You're getting your money's worth.
Yes,
with the Dua Lipa.
I love Dua Lipa,
and it was nothing but gay. It was like, well, I don't know if I can say this on the air. I probably can't. All right, we'll just go away. I'll tell you what Jerry said, because Jerry went with.
Okay.
And Jerry knows about 2 Dua Lipa songs, which was great, which is fine.
Poor Jerry.
No, he had a wonderful time. He had the best time. The show was great and everything, and his commentary throughout the entire thing was just phenomenal.
It's the commentary.
Because he just kept going like, oh, well, this looks like this crowd is nothing but, I'll tell you about that.
Yeah.
And he's like, and just watching her. So Dua.
You are killing our listeners right now because they want to know.
Well, I'll tell you, and then we'll see if we can say it on the air.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But the thing about Dua Lipa, she is a pop star who, for some reason, has a really horrible rhythm. She does.
I love it.
I know you love that dead face. That
I love her dead face. Get on that
Look,
stage,
she's got that one move. She's got
nothing.
that move. This move was just like nothing but like hip
give me
going
nothing.
on.
Yes,
right there. She has added to her repertoire of dance move.
Oh,
the one.
Yeah.
My big takeaway from her is like she was working her butt off.
She does.
She did not stop. Well, to me, she's the kind of artist, because she knows that she got flack for her dance move.
Yeah,
that one that she did.
The one.
And she has been striving and working her butt off to be a better performer.
Yeah.
And she one of the Jerry was like, oh my God, she's like Lola Falana. She's just like,
who's Lola Falana? Have I said?
Oh God. It's okay.
Do you know who?
No, I'm just old. No, I'm old.
Okay.
All of y'all are young. I'm just old. But he's like, she's just like a thoroughbred. She's like a workhorse. She's just like up there, just like she's doing it. And she was just flipping her hair a lot and everything. But it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Because I don't usually go to those big, gigantic concerts.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
Because I get panicky.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You don't take lorazepam?
No.
Really?
No. Piper, no, I don't. Where is my lorazepam?
I take it before every big show.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because my anxiety would go through the roof.
I had a gummy.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're good.
Yeah. That was fine. But it was so much fun just dancing around and having a good time.
I wish I was there.
Well, you're saving the world.
Next time,
through high fashion.
Dua Lipa, I'm coming.
Look out, Dua Lipa, I'm coming. Hey, we should probably take a break. But before we go, this part about Chicago was brought to you by Team Hochberg. If you are struggling to make your mortgage, auto, and credit card payments, you're not alone. You need to call Team Hochberg, your trusted local lender. During the first quarter of 2025, more than 12% of credit card accounts, approximately 5% of auto loans, and nearly 1% of mortgages are more than 90 days past due, which is the highest in the past 15 years. If you're having challenges making your payments, the best time to contact Team Hochberg is today, not tomorrow, not next week, and not next year. Call Team Hochberg now, 855-563-2843 for a free consultation with an experienced Team Hochberg mortgage professional. If you qualify, Team Hochberg will help you consolidate your debt, enhance your credit, and reduce your monthly payments. Team Hochberg has helped thousands of WCPT listeners, but they can't help if you don't call 855-563-2843 or visit 56david.com. The number again is 855-563-2843 and the website you know and love, 56david.com. Lower.com, equalizing lender, NMLS 1124061. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are talking about so much news. What's going on right here from Shipocalypse Now. So stick around. You are listening to Out Chicago right here on WCPT Heartland Signal.
Hey everybody, this is Tanya Richard from Tanya's Take, Race Culture and the Culture of Race, and you are listening to Out Chicago, WCPT.
Welcome back to Out Chicago. Scott Duff here, along with Ken Mejia-Beal.
He's back.
Just like herpes.
Yes!
That's my favorite
He
response.
keeps coming
There we are. They just keep coming back. Ken Mejia-Beal. The herpes of WCPT.
Jesus.
You know I love you more than my luggage. I love you.
I want that on a bumper sticker. Oh, I want that on a bumper sticker so badly. Oh.
Look, it's Sunday. We're keeping the day holy. I don't know what I'm saying. There we are. Why? But Monday on Choose Views, Richard Chu is going to be joined by Iowa Senator-elect Caitlin Dray, whose special election win late last month ended the Republican supermajority in Iowa State Senate. So fingers crossed there. And then Richard Logis and Madison Morrison of Leaving MAGA will join Richard. And then later this week, tune in to hear Richard's conversations with North Carolina Democratic Party Chair Anderson Clayton, comedian and author John Fugelsang, and historian Michelle Duster. That's on Choose Views, weekdays from 6 to 8 a.m. Central on WCPT 820 a.m., the Heartland Signal website, tune in, YouTube, and Facebook.
It was the Book of Faces.
The Book of Face, the face place. There we are.
Oh, the face place, yeah.
Girl, this week.
Yeah, has been the longest year ever.
It has been the longest year ever. There was so much that went down. Okay, so J.B. Pritzker and Mayor Brandon Johnson reminded dear Leader Ding Dong that the military is not needed here in Chicago.
And it never will be.
It never will be. Yeah. Secretary Brainworm got real pissy during a hearing. Was set for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Epstein survivors came forward this week, some for the first time publicly, telling Congress to release the files.
Yes.
And Mike Johnson says that it turns out that Ding Dong was actually an FBI informant, which is why they haven't released the files. That was my favorite thing of the whole week. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and some genius at the DOJ has floated the idea of banning trans people from owning guns. So where do you want to start?
I'll let you drive this car because
I mean I don't even know where to begin.
I think overload. See, this is what happens. This is what happened to Biden during that debate with Trump. You overload someone with BS and you can't.
Yeah. let's start with Chicago.
Yeah, let's start with
Chicago.
Chicago. I did a post this week. I love Chicago, and as you know, I moved to the burbs, and I just moved back, and Chicago is home, and it's increasingly irritating that there are so many people that have all this negative things to say about this wonderful place that have never been here, never lived here, and have no solutions to help fix anything. That's number one. Number two, you cannot combat violence with threats of violence. That's not the way it works. And number three, the numbers. I mean, when you look at, I grew up in Chicago in the 90s. You look at the 90s numbers of crime versus today.
Right.
Oh my God, the city is getting better. We are moving in the right direction. But the problem is you cannot fix crime. You have to fix systemic issues.
Oh,
you have to fix resources. You have to fix
get rid of
funding,
food deserts. Get rid
of like there's
medical
more,
care.
Yes.
There's
you have
job
to
opportunities,
do
pay equity.
Stuff.
Yep.
Yes. And that's what you know. And I don't want to get too tied down to this, but something Trump said that really infuriated me, where I spoke to the African American women or whatever he said. And the problem is they probably did say there's a lot of crime in Chicago, and went on to elaborate about all these things we just discussed. And he thought, yep, crime. Army, military, National Guard. That is not what they are saying. They are saying there is crime because of XYZ. So it's infuriating.
Yeah. Well, and also it's so obvious to me that it's just like, this is just like retribution.
Yes.
Chicago kicked him out in 2016. We protested so bigly that he got scared and didn't show up for his event in 2016.
Correct.
And he did, I think it was UIC.
It was UIC.
And he just kind of turned around, didn't even get out of the car, and went away. You have a building where people routinely stop and take pictures of them giving the bird to this building.
Yes.
We have a black mayor.
That's point number one. Because the cities that Trump targets all tend to have black people in leadership. Every city that cannot be run correctly, I'm using bunny ears, has black leadership. And I can hear, it's not even a dog whistle, but if you pay attention to it, it's like, okay, got it, Trump. Okay.
Yeah. It's just so unnerving. And then that post yesterday
it's
that
disgusting.
he put on social media, claiming it's now the Department of War.
Right.
Instead of the Department of Defense.
Correct.
Which is wonderful. And then if you have not seen it, it is...
you've seen it.
Well, some people may not have, some people might not have seen it. It was because they're hopefully they go. But anyway, it's they took a shot from Apocalypse Now.
Yes.
And they put Ding Dong's face on it, and there is the Chicago skyline. There are flames around there, and they changed it to Apocalypse Now. And it was something along the lines of how Chicago is going to understand why we call it the War Department, or something along those lines. So is he declaring war on a city?
More importantly, he's declaring war on liberalism and black and brown people, which is what he's been doing. But I've never seen anything more disgusting by a sitting or retired president in my life. I've never seen anything more disturbing.
I have been saying this. I said it during the first term. I've been saying it now. I don't understand. I do not understand how people can support him. I just don't. I don't get it. And I would love somebody to try to explain to me.
I actually got into a Facebook kind of thing with some idiot. And he was saying to me that this has nothing to do with race. I know. He's an idiot. And
my eyeballs
we're not going to name his name, but I hope you're listening, Jeff. But anyway, to Jeff and people like that, the problem is that when you don't live in Chicago and you live inside of a bubble, you learn to view especially people of color, people that are different, as the negative. So you can drive past a street and see 5 white guys, business suits, drinking coffee and think, oh, wonderful day. You drive through that same neighborhood, you see 5 black guys on the corner drinking coffee, and you think, oh my God, I'm on the wrong side of town. It's all about optics. And that is those are the people that are like, yeah, Chicago needs to be cleaned. All those people. Like you got the gays on the north side running amok. You have the blacks and the browns running amok. We clearly need to be fixed. That is the problem.
Yeah.
I was using bunny ears through all of that. Don't at me or anything like I don't mean that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I still don't understand how people. I mean, I get it that there's like it's constant misinformation and it's constant all that, but I don't understand how. Like, what is your moral compass?
They don't have one.
Well, no, they do. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
because to have a moral compass, you have to have morals. And in those morals, you have to have a foundational grounding. And this is the difference. With Trump supporters, their foundation is irrelevant because it keeps changing. Every time he does something, they change their moral compass, which means they don't have one. They have no foundation. They have no bottom. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, yes.
It keeps changing. It's like, oh no, we can't.
Well, and
accept
I think that's the part that I don't get. I'm
there
like,
you
how
go.
do you keep saying like when he said one thing, does another, and then you're like, how do you keep going along with that?
I don't think it's a moral compass, but it's something, and I don't know the right word for it. I'm sure there's an English professor somewhere that can correct me.
That can help us out, yeah.
But they keep changing the goalpost, and as low as he gets, then they move their whatever.
Yeah.
It's never going to change.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels like
it's a cult.
Well, it feels like it's that whole like frog in the water sort of thing.
Yes, that's exactly
it's like we
what
are
it is.
going to be a big boiled frog.
Yeah.
If people don't start like waking up, look, he's declaring war on an American city.
But those Americans in that city are not quote unquote Americans, and that is why he gets away with this. This is why going to LA wasn't viewed the way that it would have been if he had sent that same chaos into Chattanooga. I don't know why I said Chattanooga. It's the first thing that popped in my head. But it'd be viewed differently if he sent the same level of chaos to Mount Clair, Vermont, or to
Memphis.
Yes, it's viewed differently. If this were happening in Nashville, for example,
right,
it's not the same. It's because a lot of folks in more rural parts of the country don't view places like LA, Chicago, New York as real Americans. And that is the problem.
Oh, I know.
But we are real Americans.
We are real Americans.
Yeah, we pay real American taxes that keep your states funded.
There you go. We got some real Americans on the phone right now.
Right.
Let's talk to old Bob in Indiana. Bob, welcome. You're on Out Chicago.
You rang, sir?
Yes, I rang.
Well, I heard somebody call for an idiot. Here I am. Why can't our beloved king, Mr. Baby Crap Yellow, ever finish a doggone sentence?
Yeah.
Now he's come up with this new term. I don't know how new it is. That's where my dad got his notice in 1941. War Department, come on down. But he can't finish it. Shouldn't it be Department of War against U.S. citizens?
Yeah, it is very, very shocking, and again, this speaks. Thanks so much for giving us a call, Bob. The one thing that I'm very concerned about is, again, he's trying to make it familiar of military presence on the streets in cities.
You know why he's doing that?
So he can deal with the election and deal.
Yes,
yeah,
it's all a setup.
Oh, I know. Like that's part of the thing, and it's a whole part of the the frog in the water metaphor. And that's the part that just baffles me. I don't get how even people in red states, who are like, like, this is not right. This isn't right.
Because they believe the horrible stories they hear about us on the news. It's.
But I don't think all of them do.
I don't believe all of them do.
I don't believe like the elected officials that are in Congress right now. I think so many of them are like, I want to know what sort of compromise that this guy has on them that they will not stand up. They know this is wrong. They know this is un-American. Mm-hmm. They know that this is like a very slippery slope going down towards dear leader. But for some reason, they cannot stand up to him, and they refuse to stand up for him.
In America, politics has become like a football game.
Right.
And people want their party to win.
Yeah.
And that is where this whole country is messed up. Thank you.
There we are. Here we are. We had our finger on the dump button right there. Mm-hmm.
Messed up because politics is not a football game. If a Republican wins, I'm definitely not a Republican, but if they win at some level, I want them to succeed a little bit because I want to succeed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want them to do well.
Like, all right, let's take our country together. Yeah.
But that has changed, and that is the problem. I get crap from Republicans. I also get crap from Democrats because my philosophy is don't do the wrong thing. I don't care what party you represent. Don't do the wrong thing. But our two-party system supports this kind of behavior.
Yeah. Well, there might be some weird little like ray of light shining through here. And oddly enough, around this whole idea of banning transgender folks from owning guns.
Yeah.
Because the NRA spoke out against that.
Oh, look at them.
Yeah. They did, like, and there are a lot
of. Will they be at the parade next year?
Oh, they'll definitely be at the parade. They will definitely be at the parade. But when talking about this, they were floating this whole idea because of the horrible tragedy that happened in Minneapolis 2 weeks ago. Was going on where the shooter was had identified as trans, and right wing media, like right wing, just went crazy and like they're mentally ill. We need to keep guns away from them. We need to, and they went on to say even worse things about like.
I saw
let's gather them all up, and they must be studied, and we must contain them because they are.
It was very Germany.
It was very Germany and very vile,
horrible.
But when asked about this whole banning of trans people from owning guns, the Justice Department said in a statement that they are actively evaluating options to prevent the pattern of violence we've seen from individuals with specific mental health challenges and substance abuse disorders. And they said no specific criminal justice proposal has been advanced at this time. Now, conservatives, the activists, they were saying that like, okay, yes, this is good because this is like a mental. These people are mentally defective. That is their phrase, not mine.
I love that phrase.
That they are mentally defective but the NRA is like, well, we can't do that. We can't prevent one group of people from owning guns. Because if they did that, and it's all about their attack is like that it's all about mental health issues,
right? Then
they're going to have to increase their background checks, and they're going to have to start looking at mental health issues because we know that 98% of all mass shootings happen by straight cis white men.
And why are we not trying to take those guns away?
Exactly.
That's the problem.
And so there are people who are like, you can't do that, and. So I'm like, okay, this is like an interesting little thing going on. And what's her butt? Dana Lash. She used to be the spokesperson for the NRA. She's now like doing something in Texas.
She's doing something
right now, but she posted on the socials. She's like, well, something along the lines about how like, oh, it's great. Now the Dems are going to be like promoting the Second Amendment and fighting for the Second Amendment. And like, here's where she got it twisted. We've always been fighting for the Second Amendment. We've been fighting for all of the Constitution.
Yes.
We just don't pick and choose which ones that we believe in.
100%.
I am not a huge lover of guns, but I understand that is your right to own one.
And I will say this: I am a gun owner. I go to the gun range often. I do not believe that any civilian has any business with an assault rifle in their home. Period. I think most responsible gun owners believe that. I believe that if you have shown a history of violence, you probably should not own a firearm. These are common sense things.
Yeah.
I do support your right to have a gun.
Yes. And I think
As long as you don't do something in your own histrionics to disabuse that privilege.
right?
Yes.
That's just like this whole thing
not
about.
hard.
That's the whole thing about like the First Amendment with free speech. It's
Yes.
like you are free to say whatever you want.
Correct.
But you have to like
You can't yell fire in a movie
you
theater.
have to be responsible
Yes.
for what you say.
Yes.
You know, if you say something that is hateful, yes, by all means say it,
Yes.
go for it. But you have to be able to stand up and take responsibility for any repercussions that come along with that. And that is not attacking your right to say it.
Correct.
And that is where so many people get it twisted.
There's accountability.
Yes.
That's the thing.
That's what it's all about.
Yep.
So that's the thing that's like, with this whole little idea that I'm like, okay, so there are some people who are like, wait, we can't do that. And it's like far right NRA people,
Right.
Saying that. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe there's a thing. And to people out there, to MAGA out there, like you hate the Second Amendment. It's like, well, I'm not a big fan of it, but it's also like but it's your right.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that that progressive people, liberal people, that we stand for all of the principles
Correct.
for the Constitution,
Correct.
like all of it, and we just don't pick and choose which ones that we
can't.
want to do.
It's not the way it works.
It's not.
This
how
ain't
it
the
works.
Bible.
It isn't. Don't even get me started with that.
This ain't the Bible. It's all there for a reason.
Yeah,
I said what I said.
there you go.
People are going to be adding me all day.
Well, good.
It's going to happen.
Well, you deserve it.
Them pissed off people. Oops.
Yeah. Oh God. And we didn't even really get to on to Secretary Brainworm.
He's a hack.
He's a hack, and he's ruining our
But
public health.
As we have Countess Luann on, I think is a great interview. One of the other former Real Housewives of New York, her name is Carol Radziwill. She was she did an interview recently about the Robert Kennedy that Jr. she used to know versus what, and it's a very interesting interview. I highly recommend it. Carol Radziwill.
All right, well, she used to
tied
be.
it together.
There you go, bringing it back to the Housewives.
Yes.
But didn't she used to work for ABC News?
Yes,
right?
she did.
Yeah.
And she wrote a wonderful book. I can't remember the name, but it's about grief and loss, and it's a beautiful book.
Oh, well, there we are. Not as good as Black Girl from a White Suburb by Tanya Rashard.
Absolutely not. I haven't
Which is
even
now
read
available.
it, but I already know.
Which is now available.
You buy
where
that
you buy
book.
books. We should probably take a break. And, we're going to give you, if you're looking for something to do, something to like take action, we're going to be speaking with a ceramic artist and actor and an all-around swell human being,
Yeah.
Leslie Bevan, who is giving you something that you can do to take action.
Can't
So stick around. You are listening to Out Chicago right here on WCPT Heartland Signal.
I'm Jen Grosshandler.
And I'm Chazzy Grosshandler.
We're with the Gender Cool Project, and you're listening to
Out Chicago!
Woot!
Woot! Woot! Welcome back to Out Chicago. Scott Duff here, along with Ken Mejia-Beal, rolling along on this beautiful fallish day.
It
I'm
is
not calling
still
it fall, still summer. I
Yeah.
know.
Don't ever
I'm with you.
put your sweaters away.
Baby, I had to wear a little sweater. I got a little nippy last night. We were sitting outside.
I don't care. I'm not
was
putting
a summer
out
sweater.
long sleeves until October
Girl,
1st.
you don't pull out
I
long
don't even
sleeves
then.
maybe in February. But
That's
like even
right.
then it's like it's layers so you can go and show off your Lou Wayne
I don't
shirt.
go to the gym for nothing.
There you go, my friend. There you go. There you go. Well, hey, if you want to do something too,
Yes.
in an era marked by political division and civic urgency, ceramic artists and community organizers Leslie Bevan and Susan McBride are proving that even an imperfect mug can have meaningful impact. And joining us now to talk about their grassroots movement, Pots to the People, Seconds for the First Amendment, is ceramicist and actor Leslie Bevan. Leslie, welcome to the show.
Hello, you two. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, Lava. Just for full disclosure, Leslie and I have known each other since Jesus was in diapers. So, yes.
We go way back.
We go way back. Because you, my friend, you are an amazing artist, both on stage and when you throw. When did you start working with ceramics?
I was an actor for 25 years or so, but simultaneously I was a potter. So I did them both. One was my job, one was my hobby. And then sometime about 10 years ago, I gave up theater and threw myself into pottery full time and haven't looked back.
Awesome.
And let me tell you, her work is stunning.
I believe you because you're picky.
Leslie Bevan Ceramics is where you need to go. LESLEYBEVAN Ceramics.
Got it.
Thank you.
You're very thank you, because I'm actually a beneficiary of some seconds.
Yes, you are.
And some firsts as well. Stunning work, amazing pieces.
I'll be checking it out.
So, how did Pots to the People come about?
Yes. Well, I, like a lot of people, when the new administration came in, I got activated. I was got a fire under my butt, and I started joining Indivisible and organizations like that. And they would always be like, "Great, we could use your help. What can you do?" And I was like, I can take mud and turn it into tableware, just not useful. Not useful. So I did look around, though, and I was like, well, what can potters do? Because I knew I wasn't the only one wanting to throw myself into this. And the dirty secret of all potters is that in their studio somewhere, all of them have a box filled with seconds or flawed pots. And they could be things that were headed to the gallery, but because of one minor flaw, they couldn't. And they held it back, and people don't know what to do with those. Some people refuse to sell them because they're afraid of, tarnishing their brand or whatever. And some people smash them and throw them in the ocean, which is ridiculous and a terrible environmental, waste. I decided, why not harness those pots that are there right now, ready to be, used for this purpose. And so that's how we came up with Pots to the People, seconds for the First Amendment. And I just put the word out to people I knew, and my partner Susan put the word out to people she knew. And 3 months later, we have 40 plus potters involved with over 100 pots. These are all mugs and cups for this particular round, and we will be selling them on Saturday, a week from yesterday. And every single cent will go to the ACLU, which is an organization that, frankly, I feel is doing the most for so many of us right now, day in and day out. So I feel really good about that.
Yeah, and you also have a national reach too, because isn't somebody doing another event like on the East Coast?
Well, for sure. We thought it would be Chicago-based because those are the people that we know.
Right.
But we both are through, Instagram and social media. We both are connected to so many other people. And soon enough, they caught wind of what we were doing, and people were asking to send us stuff from other places, send us their seconds. So we have some from Massachusetts, we have some from Indiana, we have somebody, a potter that I know in Scotland, sent us a mug, or actually 2 mugs from Scotland, and I was like, that is crazy. You're spending more money,
Right.
It doesn't matter. This pot will do you more good than it will in a dusty box in my studio. So she sent them, and it's just been so invigorating. We're really, really pleased.
Don't the artists include like a note that is inside the mug?
They do. This is the thing that I am most thrilled about. So, when I started protesting, it occurred to me that the reason I was protesting was because I had an acquaintance on Facebook who'd been protesting her butt off and posting about it for months. And eventually seeing, all of her posts, there was no good reason for me to sit down anymore. And I started protesting, and I started posting. And 5 months later, sure enough, an acquaintance of mine said, "You are the reason I'm protesting." So I started thinking about that. And on a whim, I looked up some studies about social media, and there happens to be a study out of NYU about how social media affects protesting. and activism. And it basically states that if you are people who are connected to people who protest are more likely to protest themselves. And it can also be someone who someone who follows somebody who protests still has a similar effect. So to get back to your question about these slips of paper in the cups, I've asked each potter to answer the question, what do you fight for? What do you march for? Why are you on your feet in this moment?
I love that.
Yeah.
And then tuck that in their mug with their business card. And so what I imagine is a sale in Chicago where people see a mug that is intriguing to them and then find the words of the potter inside saying, I can't tell you how candid and passionate these statements have been. Like, I fight for women's reproductive rights and my daughter who has fewer rights than I did. Mine is I stand for my trans friends and family so that they can live their authentic life and get the health care that they need. Across the board, so many statements for what is speaking to that artist. And my hope is that someone will pick up the mug, read the words, and then we have an ask of that person who bought that cup. Mm-hmm. They go home and they take a picture of them with their new mug engaging in some civic action. Are they on the phone with the senator? Are they writing a letter to the editor? Are they making protest signs or attending a peaceful protest? And then post that to our Instagram page as well, so that our page can grow as a place where one person seeds activism in another.
See, I love. I keep going back to our time at Northwestern, and I'm a big theater geek, and I keep going back to Greek drama this whole time when it comes to talking about protesting and engagement, and then with Greek drama, everything takes place in public, and then you have this chorus of people who are like a group of individuals who are like-minded, and the question always was, what does it take to leave your house? And I love that you are posing that question to these artists and providing their response, because there's been a lot of criticism in terms of for the left about they aren't protesting like the way they did the first administration, and things aren't happening. And I'm like, I beg to differ, because they're just happening more frequently and in smaller places. And what you are saying, if you see your neighbor going out to stand on in a suburb somewhere with a sign, then maybe that will inspire you to leave your house to go out to the street. And it's one of the things that just has really been watching your journey as an activist has been so inspirational, and I just want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
No, it's very true, and again, her art is amazing.
I'm going to check it out.
It is stunning. And I'm sure with all of these pots and mugs that are coming to you, it's all for a great cause. So just a reminder, Pots to the People, Seconds for the First Amendment is Saturday, September 13th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's going to be at the corner of North Damon Avenue and West Leland Avenue in Chicago. For more information, go to Instagram. I believe it's at pots_to_the_people.
I'm there.
Or there we are. Yep. Or go to at Leslie Bevan Ceramics. Again, that's LESLEYBEVAN Ceramics.
These ceramics are beautiful, by the way.
I know,
I'm on the
right?
Instagram page right now.
And when she's talking about when you're talking about seconds, I got a second berry bowl that is just gorgeous. I use it every day to wash my little berries.
Oh, nice.
There I am. It's great.
It's really made me question my own sense of imperfection, which is my own little side hobby here. Try to be less of a perfectionist and put my imperfections out there. Nothing is perfect, and you just got to start. You just got to get out there, start protesting.
You just got to start. You just got to start. Leslie Bevan, thank you so much for joining us today. Again, Pots to the People, Seconds for the First Amendment is Saturday the 13th from 10 a.m. to 3. It's right on the corner of North Damon Avenue and West Leland. Are you all out on the street, or are you in a building or anything?
Well, fittingly, we are in one of 7 community outdoor spaces that Ravenswood, my neighborhood, has created to connect people. It's called a people space. And there are places with benches and gazebos and tables for people to sit around and talk about the news of the day and about politics or
There we go.
whatever's
and
That's awesome.
And pick up some pottery that's going to go help the ACLU.
gotta stop
Leslie
looking at the
Bevan,
pottery.
thank you so much. Enjoy the day, and I cannot wait to see you next Saturday.
Thank you, my love. Nice to meet you, Ken, and have a great day. both of
Nice to
Thank
meet you also.
All right,
Thank you.
we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it is the second hour about Chicago right here on WCPT Heartland Signal.
I'd like to welcome you to WCPT AM's Out Chicago. Think of us as Sunday brunch with your gay best friends. Now please welcome your host, Scott Duff.
And welcome back to the second hour about Chicago. Scott Duff here, along with Ken Mejia-Beal.
He's back.
He's back. I'm not going to say it this time.
Thank you.
There we are. There we are. We've got a great second hour lined up for you. In just a little bit, we're going to be speaking with Rob Lindley, actor, curator, creator of Queer Sacred Space Salon. They're celebrating their first anniversary. So Rob's going to be in the studio along with Anthony Hudson and Claire Kaplan of the Judas and Mary Show. But before we do that, look, I have to tell you again. Just to remind you, when I found out that we had this delightful opportunity, I immediately texted my friend Ken Mejia-Beal.
And I screamed. I screamed. Yes.
I could feel it through the text.
No, I screamed.
Yes. So she is. I'd say one of the breakout stars. Ken says she is the breakout stars of the Real Housewives of New York, a cabaret star and all-around icon, and she's bringing her latest show, Mary F. Kill, to the Vic on September 13th. Countess Luann de Lesseps, welcome to the show.
Hello, gentlemen.
I am dying
The
right
Countess
now.
has arrived.
Yes, she has. The Countess has arrived, and I really wish that you could go over to the YouTube page to watch. Ken is wearing a Luann shirt.
Yes. Well,
Right.
you will see it next Saturday. I will be wearing my Luann shirt and my disco pants to the meet and greet, and I will be front row at the Vic. I am probably your biggest fan, Countess Luann. I'm probably your biggest. I spent my birthday with you last year in a disco suit in December in Chicago.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, you came to my holiday show?
Absolutely. Hello. I'm a fan.
Girl,
Amazing. Did you have the best time?
I had the best time ever. I will tell, and I was telling Scott this. I was at home one day flipping through the TV, and I saw, and I'll never forget it, it was Real Housewives of New York, and it was a scene where you were correcting Bethany about the driver, and I said, who is this woman? I love this person. And that was my whole introduction into Real Housewives. I'm a huge fan, and I'm a huge fan of you in particular. I wake up, and my partner told me, please do not tell her this story, but I'm going to do it. I wake up every day at 4:30 a.m. and I sing "Viva la Diva" to my dog Dottie Mae while I get her ready for her walk. And my partner yells from the bedroom, "Please stop!" But that's it. I'm done gushing.
That's an epic song. I met Desmond Child, who wrote "Living the Vida Loca" and "Living on a Prayer." Just those two little songs.
Those
he wrote
little
"Viva la
hits.
Diva."
Oh,
right? "Viva la Diva" for me. And that is really personally one of my favorites. I mean, people, of course, they love Money and they love Chic and Feeling Giovanni. They love all those songs. But "Viva la Diva" is just, it's epic. And I actually performed that in my show that you'll see on Saturday, because I just love it. And before I use the video to go and change, because I changed into very many different Giovanni outfits for myself. It's cabaret meet the fashion show, meet the party. I mean, it's so much fun, and my fans get dressed like you wore your sequin outfit.
Yes.
They get dressed for me. They put their statement necklaces on, and it's really a huge nod to my show. And what people don't realize is my show is always different. Like, this tour with Mary F. Kill. You know, I have a Greatest Hits tour. I do Holiday. And the new tour, which will be next year, will be the Love Tour, which is from the Love Hotel. Did you see the Love Hotel?
Countess Luann, I see everything. Yes. 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 Yes, I see it all.
So what was the inspiration for the new show, Mary F. Kill, that's coming to the Vic on September 13th?
You know, it's funny because every show I do, you know, I'll change it up. Like this show, I do trivia with the audience.
Oh, my God.
No.
I was doing a Q&A, and before that, and every single show I got asked, okay, Countess, Mary F. Kill. You know, who do you want to marry, who do you want to mess around with, and who do you want to get rid of in your life, right? So every single time I said, you know what? And I went to look for, first of all, it's F. Mary Kill, but it doesn't sound good lyrically, so I made it Mary F. Kill, you know. And when I Googled it, there was nothing. And I said, oh, my God, I can't believe nobody's done a song about Mary F. Kill. So that was my inspiration, really came from the fans.
Oh, my gosh. Look, when you said trivia, I cannot stress to you how much Ken is a super fan. Like, he goes to every Housewives trivia show.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have so much fun on Saturday because, you know, I say this and say, well, you think you know me and you think you know the Housewives. Well, you know, answer me this. So, you know, it's so much fun. And, you know, I've had people come to the show and say, this has been the highlight of my year. You know, you don't realize you got me through cancer. You got me through law school. You know, you got my mother and I to get closer because, you know, they could, you know, talk about the Housewives together. You know, it's a wonderful thing. And, you know, I love doing the cabaret shows. You can see, you know, I think you can really tell people really love what they do or they don't. And it's a party. And it's a lot of fun for me. And I think you're going to really love this tour in particular.
Yeah. I mean, you got some big super duper fans.
Scott's not used to this. I am so I'm speechless. I'm so excited.
He is very speechless.
I'm very speechless. This is not my normal. What can you let us know some of the?
Going to come to the show
this Saturday? Yes.
Okay, good.
Only because it's a show for everyone, you know. Even if you're not, and I've been told this.
No, look, girl.
Scott will be there.
No. Luann, let me tell you, if I may call you Luann, Roni was my gateway drug into the whole franchise, along with.
Same.
Look, I was a huge fan, especially you know those early years.
Yes.
Ken just did a fashion show, and I'm texting him, I'm like, don't do Ramona eyes.
Yeah.
Don't do Ramona eyes. You know. So what made you want to be a part of that franchise?
Well, listen, it kind of came to me. You know, I don't know if you know my background, but I used to live in Italy. I was a television personality in Milan. I worked for Berlusconi, so I was kind of a showgirl. And then I got married to the Count, and I lived in Switzerland for over a decade. And then I came back to the States, and I really wanted to get back into TV. And I ran into a girl called, hi, I'm Jill Zarin.
Oh, no.
Who is this woman? And she was with Bobby. And so she said to me, you know, I'm doing this television show. I don't know, but I think you'd be great on it. And it came to me, really, through Jill. I met Jill, you know, when I moved back from Europe to you know, the Hamptons.
Amazing.
Can I ask a question?
That's how long ago,
Yeah.
Do you ever look back on, A, do you ever rewatch any of it? And two, when you do you ever think, oh my God, like, what was I thinking? Yeah.
Right. Well, you know, listen, like I said, I worked in television before, but I'd never done reality, and reality was really new, you know.
Yeah.
At the time, there was only Pure Art for the Streak I really, on Bravo at least, and so I didn't know reality, so I really wanted to take a chance on it, and I'm so glad I did. You know, I thought, I've got a living photo album of my life, and I do.
Yeah.
You know, I see my oldest house. I see the children growing up. I saw Aspen come home as a puppy, you know, and so it really is a living photo album of my life. Now, do I rewatch it? Not really.
That's fine.
That's okay.
Well, you lived it.
Yeah.
You lived it, you know.
I lived it. But,
yeah.
But sometimes, I'll go back and look at like the first season, because that house doesn't exist anymore. It actually got knocked down, and a bigger house got built on that property, and so now I live, in another house here, and since about 10 years. So, it's wonderful to have that, to look back upon it. I mean, some of the good and some of the bad times. I mean, we were up and down. I mean, we did more in one day in New York than the full season of any other franchise. You know what I mean? There's so much going on with all of us. It's different personalities. So it was fast moving like New York is, fast. And I would say New York was so special because New York City is a housewife on its own. People, either they've lived in New York and they miss it, or they've never lived in New York and they want to, Mm-hmm. So I think that's the real draw. That was the real draw as well. And, there's been talk, production companies are reaching out these days. So who knows? They might bring the OGs back.
I was going to say, can we talk about that? Because I want this so badly.
I know. Yes. I know fans do. They miss us, and we did an Ultimate Girls Trip.
Yes.
I say let's go on Below Deck with Captain Sandy on the Mediterranean.
Oh my gosh!
That would be fun.
Oh my gosh, that would be
Would be fun.
That would be outrageous.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I really appreciate about the OG of the housewives of the New York, y'all went through a lot. I mean, a lot of ups and downs, like ups and downs, and your sobriety journey was documented. Like it was just like it was out there. How did that affect you? Like, did that change you? I mean, it feels like this whole experience was just so life-changing and life-altering. Can you name anything specifically about how your world has kind of changed a little bit because of the show?
Well, I've learned a lot about myself. How many people can look back, and see yourself in action and go, oh, shit, I should have never said that.
Right.
Or why didn't I say that? Like there's a famous scene, I'm going to tell you, give you inside scoop. When Ramona, remember the guy that in the Turks and Caicos, that's where the be cool, don't be like, oh,
yes.
Right? So that moment is, I didn't say in that scene, it's not my guy. Ramona left that guy upstairs, not me. But the reality is we both had guys there. And I tell this story, I think, in the show. I'm not sure because I've done so many shows now.
Yeah.
But the story is this, that they come after me because Ramona punted it to me and goes, go talk to Lou. and at that point, I'm so hungover, I don't even know what's happening. I put on my sunglasses. I'm like, hey, what's the big deal? I would be taking selfies by now. I do either with my selfie camera. Anyway, so, and I should have said, it wasn't even my guy. It's Ramona left that guy upset. Anyway, there's always things that you look at and I say, oh, wow, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that, and there's also the times where I go, wow, I'm so glad I said that, So, I've grown from watching myself and, and that's what it's about. It's, correcting oneself in order to grow into a better human.
Yeah. And it's also opened up other venues for you. Your career as a cabaret star.
Yes.
Now is
I know.
Open up.
And that was a huge chance for me. No pressure, first of all. I just, gotten out of, that trouble I got into in Florida. That's a whole other story. But, I had to rise to the cabaret stage. And that was nerve-wracking. And it was filmed for television as well.
Right.
So,
oh, yeah.
The point about it,
Giovanni! Like, oh, my God.
She was so mad.
Dorinda,
she was so mad
sit down.
So good.
It was great TV, I can tell you.
It was great TV, but I have never wanted to snatch a woman bald before in my life.
Dorinda, no.
Dorinda, stop it. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, my.
What is your favorite? Crazy. What is your favorite part of touring in the cabaret show?
My favorite part, I travel with a team of people. My musicians, played with Liza. They played with the biggest stars. I have such a great group of guys that are my musicians. I'm my tour manager. And I love I'm with 6 boys. So I'm like Florence Henderson, it's the Brady Bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 hour day and 3 hours straight. It's like perfection. So I love traveling with them. I like dressing in Giovanni, and because it feels so good. And, once I'm out there, it's like, follow me, sit down. You're like on my living room couch, basically. Because how we started cabaret, a friend of mine said, Lou, you love to sing for your friends, you love to host parties, and you love to tell jokes. So you should be doing cabaret. And I was like, oh. And then I got sidetracked with Tom. Let's didn't make it about Tom, are we?
Yeah.
Then I got sidetracked with a marriage, which I would have never done cabaret, but he had his way. And then, the shit hit the fan for me, and I was working already on the cabaret show at that point. And I decided, my director called me at the time, and he goes, are you sure you're ready to do this? I said, only one way to go when you're down is up.
Yep.
Right?
That's true.
So, but I took a big leap of faith, and it really worked out for me. I mean, I had a director at that show, the same designer, Giovanni, who directs Kristen Chenoweth, Barbara Streisand, and Bette Midler, to name a few that he did. And
I don't know them.
And he goes, well, yeah, right.
Well, let me tell you.
His name is Richard J. Alexander. He comes in and he goes, Countess, I came here not expecting very much from you, but you blew my mind. First of all, you can sing, you're funny, and you wear a dress like no woman I've ever seen. You're going to be a big star. And he got me, my agent, he goes, this is not just a gay show. This is a show for everyone. And I said, I know. And it's going to go to big theaters. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to see this small, cozy little place. That's what cabaret is all about. Yeah. And look at me now. I sold out the Chicago Theater last time I was there. Chicago Theater, I sold out, which is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous and amazing. Well, let me tell you something.
No.
Money can't buy you class, but it can buy you a ticket to go see the one and only Countess Luann de Lesseps this Saturday, September 13th at the Vic Theater in Chicago. For tickets, head on over to Ticketmaster. Ken, do you have any final thoughts and things that you need to say?
I just cannot wait to see you.
Or the CountessLuann.com, because there you'll find all my shows.
Do that.
Oh, yes.
One more time. Yeah. It's the CountessLuann.com.
CountessLuann.com, yes.
Great. Go there. Go there first.
And I cannot wait to see you next Saturday in my disco pants and give you a really big hug.
I can't wait.
You have really brought a lot of happiness and joy. I was going through a divorce a while ago, and you brought me so much. Oh, it's perfect. He was a Tom. But anyway, it brought me so much joy. Just your presence and your energy. So you really do give a lot of warmth to your fans, and we appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. Well, I just love spreading the joy, and cabaret is really a joy for me, because I grew up with Carol Burnett and Cher, and, I love variety shows. I love this format in terms of entertainment. So I'm so happy you love it, and I can't wait to see you both.
We cannot wait to see you at the Vic Theater in Chicago, Saturday the 13th for Mary F. Kill, the Countess Luann de Lesseps. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we can't wait to see you this weekend.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.
Bye. Au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir. All right. We are going to peel Ken from the ceiling and take a little break because he's flying high. But stick around. There is more Out Chicago right here on WCPT Heartland Signal.
Hey, this is Mark Patton, and I'm from Spring Clean, My Nightmare on Elm Street, and you're listening to Out Chicago.
And welcome back to Out Chicago. Scott Duff here, along with Ken Mejia-Beal, rolling along, and we're very excited. We've got fun folks in the studio. Queer Sacred Space Salon, the monthly variety show created and curated by the one and only Rob Lindley, aims to reclaim the sacred spaces in and around all of us. And it is celebrating its 1-year anniversary tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at the Lincoln Park Presbyterian Church. Joining us now is the show's curator and creator, Rob Lindley, and special guests Anthony Hudson and Claire Kaplan of the Judas and Mary Show. Welcome, friends.
Hi, Scott and Ken. Thanks for having us.
Of course. Rob, to start with you, what was the inspiration for Queer Sacred Space Salon?
Well, I'm a actor, director type in life, and kind of a side business that's become a major part of my career is creating custom concerts for places. So I do a lot of gala concerts for fundraisers, curated shows at Ravinia.
And you worked with
like that.
Chicago Humanities.
Yeah, Chicago Humanities Festival. A lot of those kind of things where someone will give me maybe a one-word prompt, and I'm like, great, I can figure out exactly the talent and the song list we should have for this event. And I had been going to Lincoln Park Presbyterian Church for a while, trying to figure out whether I still believed any of this crap kind of thing. Doing that. I'm a recovering preacher's child.
Me too.
Yeah, and it's a thing. I'm coded deeply with faith-based. I don't know. I describe faith as like, how do you interpret the chaos in the world?
Right.
And my decoder ring happens to be deeply Christian in its verbiage, but I don't know if I really vibe with it. Anyway, so I started going back to church, and the pastor there, Reverend Dr. Beth Brown, who's an incredible activist, an incredible preacher, approached me and was like, what if what you do for all of these organizations you did here? And I'm like, well, I don't know if I can like evangelize or like be trying to bring people into church.
Right.
Because that's not it. Because I'm a big question mark. I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
And there's so much harm has been done to queer people by, white Christian supremacists and nationalists. And she's like, I fully agree with you. What if we just give queer artists a stage and a microphone, and every month it'll be different? So that's how it started. And it's been going for a year.
Which is amazing.
That's great.
Yeah, it's fun. I love putting together shows. I love getting together with my friends. I love the network of other artists that I've met while doing this, because people will come to me and say, hey, I do this.
I have this side thing.
I want to do a drag performance to Amy Grant. I'm like, well, now we're talking. College Rob is living his best life.
No, but it's and then they're full. Here's the thing: I've got really great friends, and I've known Rob since Jesus was in diapers. But you've always been very open about like your spiritual journey.
I mean, I guess I'm trying to be an honest person just in general. But it's interesting to me now that a lot of people, when they describe me or they regard me, they think of that. And I never have thought that it's something that I'm really wearing, that I'm wearing out loud. But I like that, I guess. And something that I say to queer folks who come to the salon as audience members is that I realize that it is a big step to walk through those big, heavy wooden doors. That immediately, for some people, that past trauma is right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm one of them as well. But I can look at other humans and say, you are still the answered prayer of someone. Because that was driven into me a lot by my parents, that I had purpose and I'm an answered prayer, which sounds great until the rest of the world starts telling you, because you're queer, these two things can't be exist. In the same room.
Yeah.
So this is a room where those things can all exist.
Yeah, and I love that. I love being. I grew up. I am an Episcopalian, so my sister is a priest.
That's Christians who can read.
That's Christian. Yeah,
that's one of my dad's jokes.
Yeah, it's like
as a hillbilly preacher himself. He's like, Episcopalian, y'all can read.
Right. We also can drink, because wherever there are 4 Episcopalians, there's sure to be a 5th.
See,
the Episcopalians can
Methodist,
drink.
We have grape juice.
See, I always call it like Diet Catholic, all the faith, none of the guilt. Like it's fantastic. But it's so great to have like that. So I grew up with a very like open and nurturing sort of vibe, and my sister continues, like she's on a pilgrimage. She's doing the Camino de Santiago.
Very cool.
By herself, 500 miles walking across Spain. It's amazing. But there's something that I love, that you are creating a space to invite people in, to just even, again, not evangelize, just kind of find the sacred that's within you and through art.
And that it has always been there. And the things we know as religion now, we're created to further help us understand chaos, but then so quickly got weaponized like so many good things do.
Yeah.
And I guess for me, one of the reasons I needed to do it, and I'm come with more questions than answers always, I couldn't throw out every single thing that made me who I am. I want to evolve. I want to be better. I want to continue to be an answered prayer that my parents didn't even know they had.
Oh, girl.
That's beautiful.
You know?
That is beautiful.
But that's what it is. I didn't want to throw it all out because, trust me, even this morning, getting up early to go to church before I came here, I have that voice that's like, what is this? Why? You could have got more sleep.
I know. But I can only speak for myself. There is something comforting because, again, as Episcopalians, you do a lot of like calisthenics. It's a stand up, sit down, fight, like the whole time. But there's something about the ritual that is so comforting.
Right. And so with the Sacred Space Salon, I try to do some ritual moments, things that we might have known as church kids, things like a call to worship or a passing of the peace or even a hymn. We'll make it more of a call to gather. I'll make up absolutely ridiculous passing of the pieces where you're like, may the force be with you.
May the force be with you.
Yes. And then for hymns, we usually end the time with some sort of karaoke jam. Like, get together with a bunch of queer people and just belt Unwritten by Natasha. You're gonna feel Jesus.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Well, and then for this month, not only will you be feeling Jesus, you'll be also feeling Judas and Mary.
That's right.
Anthony and Claire, how would you describe the Judas and Mary show?
Well, first of all, I'm Mary Magdalene.
Okay,
and I'm the biblical bad girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm Judas Iscariot, and I'm the villain.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And you've got the hair that you could like wash the feet.
Yeah, we do. And actually, we do wash the feet.
Right.
You got to come to see it. But we want to invite people to a church rave after the Last Supper.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds like
and
fun.
we're going to party while we wait for Jesus to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this.
And there's great music.
I'm here for it.
You got Celine, you got Cher, you got the club classics.
Okay.
You stay to dance afterwards. We have a DJ. And we just want to have a good time all together and love on God, who's our man. Isn't that right, Judith?
Exactly. And coming together, like Rob was mentioning too, that I grew up super religious, primitive Baptist, and bringing, exactly, super
Same.
fundamentalist.
Oh, wow. The real one.
The real one.
Yeah.
Like a cappella singing everything, but to bring like our
Sheep
queer.
notes there. Oh,
Yes.
Exactly.
Wow.
And then bringing our queer experiences to these biblical outcasts and bringing in community too, that it is a time that we can be together and create this communal and new type of church, right?
And what Rob was talking about, we talk about this all the time in the show, the God-shaped hole, that hundreds of years, not even that long ago, everybody went to church.
Yes.
Now, what do we worship? Not that many people go to church, and we worship what? Power,
Not
money,
today.
AI, slop. So, like, we need to be together in a room, and we need to dance together and move our bodies. And I think, art and religion used to be the same thing.
Yes.
They serve the same purpose, catharsis together, and we need that again. And so we figure we throw a mutual aid party?
Yeah, a mutual aid party. Like, what is party and what is art
party?
as mutual aid? So we think about our country in crisis right now, and what can we contribute? And we can contribute to this dance party in a church, a time to experience art together, a time to experience like our queer holiness together.
Like ownership of our queer holiness, of divinity, of loving God. Like you were saying, Rob, it's a part of us. It is forever. I grew up Catholic. My dad's Jewish. There's a lot of guilt there. I'll tell you.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
We gotta release some
and you're
of that.
still
My
standing
God.
up. Like,
And
that's
Mary
amazing.
That's a lot of
Magdalene,
therapy.
A symbol of woman who was a goddess originally.
Yes.
She was a god too. And Judas, who we feel is very misunderstood.
Yeah, right? Like a key part. Like without him, like that would not have happened, right? And so to be called upon by God for this story, like it is like.
And we're so excited to be at Queer Sacred Space for the 1 year anniversary.
They're gonna do a little bit of a highlight reel of their full show.
Yeah.
And there'll be some movement. There'll be some fun rituals done. I took a gander at their God-shaped hole. I'm gonna tell you. It's impressive.
Thank you.
The holy hole.
That's it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
FCC. So
What is
who else is going to be? Who else is going to be joining for the 1 year anniversary?
We've got a drag performance by Ginger Ambrosia. We've got some music from Anthony Whitaker. Gildo is going to be there. Gildo does like almost like yoga exercises with folks that they take you through, which are incredible. International gay icon and superstar Megan Murphy, Big Red, is going to be there as well, and me. Yeah, and me,
I love it. And me.
Yeah, so we'll be there. Every month it's different. We kind of go seasonally too. We'll do stuff that because I also feel like this time of year one starts already thinking about like, oh, the holidays are just around the corner, and those are to me are the loneliest times that that a queer person can have sometimes because that part of you don't want to throw away that is so deeply coded. You're like, I don't believe any of this, but I sure would like to just go to a pretty stained glass room and sing a Christmas carol.
Right. Yeah.
So we do stuff seasonally, following a little bit the church calendar. But this month I'm calling it a cosmic thing because I do believe that we are fully made of stardust and are divine and are capable of anything. And a fun fact, the first secular concert I was ever allowed to go to was the B-52s.
All right, there we are.
So my dad, who I used to give a lot of trouble to because he didn't like his little queer son, now when I look at it a little more removed, I'm like, my dad drove me all the way across the state of Iowa, sat in a Denny's while I went to Cosmic Thing tour on the B-52s, sat in a Denny's while I was at that concert, and then drove me 3 hours home.
Oh,
come on,
so he was a silent ally.
There we are.
Yes. Very silent.
No, but that is love. But that's a big act of love.
I had only seen Amy Grant and Michael W. Smith before those years.
Oh my gosh.
Then the B-52s. So, that's some. You get a lot of these fun tidbits about growing up for preachers' kids.
Yeah.
The show,
and then I bet you can do like a crazy Fred Schneider now.
Well, that's what we're. That's what the karaoke song is this month, baby. Get in. This church is a love shack.
Oh, that's actually beautiful.
It is.
I was hoping it'd be Deadbeat Club. Look, Cosmic Thing is my favorite album. It's one of my favorite albums.
Junebug?
Yes.
Rome.
These are the songs. These are the things. Topaz.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Big fan.
I'm a big fan of Sacred Space Salon. Here we go.
Wow, you guys.
That was
first
good.
Countess Luann, now Fred Schneider.
Look out.
This is
The star-studded. And Judith and Mary.
Sinking on the bill.
So sorry. That's the breaks. All right. Speaking of breaks, we should probably take a break. Can y'all stick around?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, Ken Mejia-Beal's going to be here. Rob Lindley's going to be here. Claire Kaplan's going to be here. And Anthony Hudson's going to be here for the final thrilling show-stopping moments about Chicago right here on WCPT Heartland Signal.
Welcome back to Out Chicago on Chicago's Progressive Talk. Can I get you another Bellini?
Why, yes, you can. Welcome back to Out Chicago. Ken Mejia-Beal.
He's back.
He's my ride or die.
And the herpes.
You can't stop doing that. He's back because I'm going to have to say the herpes joke.
No, I love being the herpes of WCPT.
Well, welcome back to Out Chicago. Ken Mejia is joining me.
Wow. The herpes of WCPT.
I set you up. I'm back.
Wonderful.
And then you say just like herpes.
Oh, anyway. Just like herpes. Got it.
Anyway, also joining us. This has gone downhill.
It's going great.
It has gone
I am
downhill.
so fired when this is over.
From the Judas and Mary show, we have Claire Kaplan and Anthony Hudson, and the creator and curator of Queer Sacred Space Salon, Rob Lindley.
Just like herpes.
Just like.
And he has the job.
I did it. I did it.
Oh my gosh. They're celebrating the 1-year anniversary of Queer Sacred Space Salon tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at the Lincoln Park Presbyterian Church. The theme is Cosmic Thing.
Yes.
And it had me thinking, like, the B-52s, I'm going to go on a little gay rant.
Go for it.
Like, they changed my life.
Yes, they did.
My awesome sister, Father Beth is how I refer to her. Nobody else can call her that, so don't even think about it. She used to send me, because she's a little bit older than I am, so when she would go to college, she would send me cassettes of albums that she had recorded.
Yes.
Because it was back in the day when
like a full dub, not a
like
mixtape.
a full, not a mixtape of like doing it. And like the first one that she sent me was the B-52's The Yellow album.
Yes.
With Rock Lobster on it and Hot Lava.
Planet Claire?
Planet Claire. No. Wait. I think Planet Claire is on the red one.
Okay.
I think.
Do you know Planet Claire?
I don't know what I do.
Oh my gosh, she comes from Planet Claire. Planet Claire has pink hair.
Yeah.
All the trees are red. No one ever dies there. No one has a head. Wing. It's so great. But Cosmic
I feel like
Thing,
I was there.
Cosmic Thing, which is your theme,
yes,
came out my senior year of high school, and I listened to that over and over again. And like the video for Love Shack was such a celebration. And RuPaul is in the video.
Yeah,
I did know that.
It's the first time many of us
ever saw RuPaul. We're like, who is this
RuPaul
tall
is still
lady?
sort of like very Georgia adjacent.
Yeah.
And B-52s were Athens, Georgia, which is also like kind of Michael Stipe and 10,000 Maniacs world. This was the music of the time.
And it was like, it really kind of, to see these people being so joyful and so joyous, especially after they lost one of the band members to AIDS, it was, for me, it was a real moment of like, oh, this is what queer, before there was even an idea of queer joy, like this was queer joy to me. And it was like a very, very...
The wigs of it all. It's just fully kitschy, drag, and so unbelievably mainstreamed.
Yes.
You could go to the reddest state in the world right now, and at a wedding, you will hear Love Shack. And everyone is off book. Tin roof, rusted. They're ready.
There they are.
And no one is thinking, oh, the girl screaming tin roof, rusted, lost her brother to AIDS. And then this was their comeback.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. That entire album. Have you listened to the album lately?
I have listened to Junebug and Rome very recently.
Okay.
So
I highly recommend just to listen to it front to back.
I might today.
It is
I need to do that also.
I know. It's really like I hadn't done it for a while. This has been my summer of like I'm reclaiming like my alone time.
You should.
You know, I sit on my patio, which I like have tricked out like nobody's business. And I will
Yes.
You're talking about my nose, aren't you? Oh, great, Claire. Thank you.
Get a life preserver for her.
But like I've been sitting out there and listening to music instead of like watching TV or paying attention to all the news, although I pay attention too much to the news. But I revisited Cosmic Thing. I'm like, this entire album is amazing, and you could totally see the crossover from their like punk new wave beginnings into a more mainstream kind of vibe with it, and but they still stay true to their roots, and it was just like it's a great album. Sorry,
so good.
There you are.
And just so gay. And to me, it was like a little closeted kid. I was, I think, a sophomore or going into junior year when it came out. But who I met at the concert in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, was like the other kind of queer or queer adjacent people I had met at All-State Choir. Because it was like, if you knew someone who also, like I had a little B-52's button on my jacket, that might as well have been an AIDS ribbon or
a giant pink triangle.
Because people were like, oh my God, you like the B-52s too? And we all met we were in high school and like just meeting and dancing through other like othered queer music nerds. and we were like, yeah, this is our music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just something that was special.
Yeah.
Sorry. But do y'all have any...
What are yours?
Like, do you have like an album or like a moment?
Dolly Parton, early 2000s, her Live and Well tour. It was one of the only things that I was allowed to purchase on pay-per-view as a kid. And I watched it over and over and over for those 24 hours. And it's one of the times that she talks about walking in and seeing drag queens. And they say, are you going to do Jolene? And she said, yes, I'm doing Jolene. And she said, this is for the drag queens. And it's like a core memory for me. And that was like one of the early times of like being able to like lean into like art and expression. Like first thing I thought of, yeah.
Because also Southern, also very faith-based in a lot of different and an example of that faith being able to be there and also welcoming these drag queens.
Yes.
Well, and also being a drag queen.
Yes.
You know, my favorite Dolly Parton quote is like, it takes a lot of money to look this cheap.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, and she herself is like,
from the beginning.
she's, you know, well,
She's a national treasure.
Oh, yeah. How about you, Claire? Was there any?
Honestly, I'm thinking the first thing that popped into my head was Moonstruck, Cher and Moonstruck, because my touch point is like Italian Catholic.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And that movie was my family. Olympia Dukakis, you know. Do you love him?
Do you love him?
It's I love him all. And Nicolas Cage's speech about we're meant to fall in love and ruin ourselves and love the wrong people. All this that struck a chord for me, which had consequences later in my life. Yes. It struck my imagination. And Cher in general, just huge, beautiful, glamorous sort of, and then like later the Spice Girls, you know, like these women, these glamorous, beautiful, powerful women. That's gone into a lot of my work.
I love that. I just went to go see Dua Lipa.
Oh, Dua Lipa.
She was so good.
And Shaka showed up.
Shaka showed up.
Shaka was there.
I fell down.
No.
I almost fell down.
Shaka
Khan
Khan
showed up and she sang her face off.
Sure she did.
Sang her face off. Just one song.
Barely
she
like
went away.
5'2", right?
Yeah.
She's the tiniest thing.
Yeah.
It's all there.
Yeah.
I saw her once I saw Shaka once at the Congress on Milwaukee, like R.I.P.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't realize I am a good 1 foot taller than most of the audience that was there, and I was with someone who kept pushing us up to the front, and so I spent the first time I'm seeing Shaka, and she's kind of clocking me that I'm like just behind me being like, so sorry. So sorry. Just surrounded by black women and then my tall white ass.
You can say ass, it's in the Bible.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, it's in the Bible.
Great.
You know?
You're good.
Wait, where was I going? Oh, no, but like, here, my takeaway from watching Dua Lipa, who like, I'm a fan of, like, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, you know, but there's something about her that she has such presence. Like she's just really beautiful, and
she's stunning.
Let me tell you. Yeah. Sister Friend worked her butt off up on stage. Like she's
dancing.
I'm sorry.
Is she dancing up there?
She is. Thank you for bringing that up because you know
we talked
about earlier. So she's got this move.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
Can you please just do that every show? Every show.
And now, but she's added to her repertoire of dance move, and it is
And the shade was real. The shade was
like when she
real.
started out, I'm like, oh, girl, and you could like kind of see her counting in her head, you know, like
wonderful.
There we are, and like her toe was never extended. It was always kind of like when she did a little kick, it was always like a little two-steppy.
No, I like to see the virtuosity. I like to see the girls who dance.
Well, yeah,
and the guys who dance on stage.
Yeah. But there was something that I really loved, like. What I appreciated so much was like, because she's gotten so much flack for her dance move, you know, and then you could see like she did not stop moving the entire show, or they did the kind of like the Madonna celebration tour where they like had people moving around her because Madonna can't bend in the middle anymore.
Okay,
girl, look, I know this is out of love. This is out of love.
We love her.
This is out of love.
Continue.
But she did a really. But here's where the thing that I kind of differ with like somebody like Madonna or like Cher. There was. I mean, she put on a great show. It was so much fun. If you get a chance, she comes to your city, go see her. But there, like with a Madonna or with a Cher, there's always some sort of like purpose or some sort of like intention that's going on there. And her intention is just like, have a great time, and like. And I'm going to be pretty.
But isn't that an intention?
I have no idea how yeah, I guess. I know. But there's something about, like, I don't know. In terms of having, like, an awakening when it comes to, like, an artist or whatever. Like, she's great. And I have no idea how she did her costume changes because she was moving a lot and she had to be sweaty. And she kept coming out in, like, basically lingerie. Like, how did you walk through, like, an ice curtain?
Which takes work, too.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
like
what I'm saying.
She's up in that gym every day.
She's up in that gym and she's doing a 2-hour show where she's like, and she sang everything.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Well, no, we need it. We need the beautiful, the spectacle. We need all. We need entertainment.
We need it all.
When stuff gets rough, you need the Marx Brothers.
You need it.
You need beauty. You need glamour. You know, like we need it.
Yeah.
You know, I will say, because my awakening is clearly Madonna, because hello.
Yes. Yes.
But I will say, I didn't realize
Which
it was
album, like, really
all of the Madonna.
yeah.
But I didn't realize it was a gay thing. I went in high school to the concert, the Drowned World Tour. My grandma bought me tickets, and that is when it all connected. Like, oh, I got it. But I will say about the Dua Lipa, what with intention, without intention, I went to see Kylie Minogue earlier this year, and it's kind of the same thing. You go, she's beautiful, she changes outfits, and then you go home. And sometimes you just need that. Like, sometimes you just need to have a good time.
And sometimes you need to go see Missy Elliott.
That too.
Girl, I saw her last year. My body, my spirit left my body the entire show. I'm like, what is happening? This is amazing.
And that was her first tour ever.
No, it was the first headliner.
Okay, that's what I mean.
I know. It was the first time headlining last year.
Right, insane.
After a 25-year career.
Yes.
This was the first tour that she headlined.
No way.
I am starting a letter writing campaign to get her to the Sphere. In Vegas.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
But I think she might kill people just from the visuals that happen. Because this was out at Rosemont, and I'm like, I think I'm going to die. It's so amazing. Like, she was incredible. And she's 5'2".
Yeah.
Lady Gaga, by the way. Lady Gaga, 5'2".
Oh, all right.
Very small, very small people.
5'2".
small and mighty ladies.
Yes.
Small and
Leading our
mighty.
way.
Right? There we go.
I love it.
Anyway, I'm just jibber-jabbering. And the only thing popped into my mind, too, has anybody watching Alien Earth?
No.
Oh, thank you, Devin.
Devin is.
Oh, I thought he was saying you have 5 minutes to go on.
It's like, I can't watch it in 5 minutes, Devin. I'm sorry.
It is so good. I highly recommend it if you're a fan. Like, no, it does not have Sigourney Weaver. It takes place 2 years before the Sigourney Weaver thing. And it's from the director and creator of the Fargo series.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Noah Hawley or something.
I believe you.
Noah somebody.
We believe you. Yeah.
It is some beautiful storytelling. And if you like the sci-fi and the cootie movies, I love a cootie movie.
Where's she at? Where do we find her on our...
We don't see her.
Okay.
Oh, so no, there's no Ripley.
Okay, cool.
There's no Ripley. It's like Wendy and the Lost Boys.
Oh, okay.
See? Just enough camp.
Do you like scary?
I love scary.
I love scary.
I love
I was just telling the children about weapons on the way here.
I want to see that.
Maybe it is the
Run,
moment.
don't walk. Run, don't walk.
It's the moment. It is going to be the #1 Halloween costume
Aunt
on
Gladys.
Halstead Street is going to be Aunt Gladys.
Yep.
Period.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Yep.
Okay.
I found the account of the person who did her wigs and makeup. I'm all in. It is canon now. It is the culture.
It is.
And Gladys, Amy Madigan I could see her at award season.
I agree.
It is because we're going back to like Rosemary's Baby kind of Ruth Gordon performance. So weird, so camp, so never winking at us, and then all of a sudden like hijinks.
Yeah.
Like from
shenanigans
to hijinks, like chase scene. Hijinks.
I need to see this.
Benny Hill soundtrack should be running under like yakety sax.
That or like the Ferris Bueller, like, oh yeah. It's a whole
Saber, that Saber dance song from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. That could work for it too. Yes. That's great ideas.
Now I'm excited.
All right.
Must see it.
There's so many things to do, but we want to make sure that you definitely go and see the Queer Sacred Space Salon tomorrow,
Monday. But it is the second Monday of every month.
Okay,
Easy
great.
to remember.
That is good to know.
Second Monday of every month, 7 p.m., Lincoln Park Presbyterian. It's right there in the heart of Lincoln Park. A big, gorgeous beautiful cathedral. And then when you get inside, it's like a cute little gay coffee shop.
And
love it.
is there an Insta we can follow you
There
on?
is.
Yeah.
We are at LPPC Sacred Space Salon. Go there on Insta. We keep it updated. The other thing we really believe there is that like this is a time to recharge, but we leave you with action items. So if you start following our IG, you're gonna know like, oh, I've got some energy to give this week. I'm not completely defeated. We'll help you out. We'll be
I
like,
love it.
Here's a protest march to go to. Here's a sock drive or whatever it is, you know, something to make you feel like you're not just resting and recharging, you're also doing.
And how about the Judas and Mary show?
Well, it's on Instagram. It's the Mary and Judas show.
Oh, sorry, the Mary and Judas show.
Ladies
I'm sorry.
first.
There you go.
Yeah, find us on Instagram, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, I want to thank y'all. Thanks
so
y'all
much
for
for
coming
having
in. Rob Lindley, Anthony Hudson, Claire Kaplan. Also want to thank Leslie Bevan, who was on earlier and now, and of course, the lovely and talented Countess Luann.
Oh. I mean,
come on. And the lovely and talented Ken Mejia-Beal.
Viva la diva!
Thank you for coming in. We're very, very excited. Devin, thank you so much for making everything work. Thank you, Paul, for making everything work back there, too. You guys are amazing. Ellen will be back with us next week. And until then, I'm Scott Duff. Stay proud.